I hope all of you are doing great. Welcome to this exciting and optimistic AAA research orientation session for the March 2023. Let's start the show with this hope and belief that 6th March 2023 would be and should be a winning day for both of us. Yes, we can. We have got 47 days left, excluding tonight's excluding this 17th January. So we still have got solid 47 days. And if we could finish off our preparation within the next 30, 35 days or maximum 40 days, we can ace the exam without any shadow of doubt. All we have to ensure is that we do not commit few silly mistakes. And all we have to ensure is, more importantly, that we do emphasize on particular things. Let's start the show. And I've got something very important for you right on your screen right now. Well, it's not the AAA. It's not my personal number, which is available on WhatsApp. It's not the VIFHE's admission department number, which you need to contact if you are planning to get enrolled for the reset batch of the AAA. Well, the most important thing, which is right in front of you right now, is 6th March 2023. This is going to be a Monday, and we can, enjoy the Monday blues on 6th March 2023, provided we invest the 47 days we have got. It's a great time, 47 days. It's not the 17 days, which makes it Mission Impossible 5. It's not 97 days, which could demoralize and demotivate you because it's a too easy a standard. It's the right number of days. 47 days, 40 plus days are always great. So what we have to ensure is, what we have to follow is, okay, first of all, you got to note down these two numbers. This is my personal number, just in case if you want to confirm anything, if you want to know something about the AAA, if you want to know how are we going to work out, what's the plan, when are we going to finish the content of the course, when are we going to have the final mock exam, am I going to mark the final mock exam? Absolutely yes. So this is my personal number for you. The second thing is the WIFHE's admission department number, which is obviously available on WhatsApp, and you need to contact them. And normally speaking, they are having hectic schedule and they are pretty much occupied with the workload. But yeah, you got to have patience, and they will sooner or later respond to you, and they will ensure that you do have a smooth process when it comes to the admission. Now, let's move on with this reset orientation session for the March 2023. Well, a brief introduction about me. I am currently part of two prestigious ACCA learning providers. So overall, my subjects are primarily I'm focusing on AA and AAA. Well, what about the course content of the AAA? Well, we have got 7 areas in total. Try to absorb, try to let that sink in the form of A, B, C, D rather than 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have got overall syllabus areas from A to G. The first syllabus area, which is called regulatory environment, it's not a hectic area, it's not that lengthy area, but normally those students who tend to fail the exam are normally not paying good enough respect to the regulatory environment. We have got a topic called money laundering, which is an important topic out of this regulatory environment. The second syllabus area is called professional and ethical consideration. And unfortunately, all over the globe, the students are wrongly assuming that they are already prepared for the syllabus area B, which is clearly not the case. Professional and ethical considerations are always tested in the AAA exam. Sometimes the weightage goes beyond 10 to 15, and it ended up with 28 marks in the December 2018 paper. On an average, 10 to 15 mark are always tested from this particular area, which is called professional and ethical considerations. And normally students are underprepared for this topic. The syllabus area C, which is the hot cake right now, it was a hot cake in the December 2022 attempt, and it will remain the hot cake for at least couple of attempts because there were major changes in the syllabus area, quality management and practice management. More importantly, in the quality management. Well, then comes the backbone of the AAA, which is called Syllabus Area D, which is about planning and conducting an audit of historical financial information. So it's about considering the risk. In the AA, we had only one risk called audit risk. But when it comes to AAA, we have got couple of risks. Before we consider the audit risk, we need to consider the business risk as well. So business risk, audit risk, this is all about the Syllabus Area D. Well, there are many major changes when it comes to syllabus area D, especially with respect to the exam format. Then we have got syllabus area E, which is normally the most well prepared topic of the students. Why is that? Because syllabus area E, completion, review, and reporting, will always show up in your exam. Within the section B of your final exam, there will always be one question, full one question, focused entirely and absolutely on syllabus area E. That's why, normally speaking, students are very well prepared when it comes to syllabus area E. Second last is what we call other assignments, which had nothing to do with your AA. And a normal student who is going to fail the exam, unfortunately, will start his or her preparation with maybe B, C, D. And by the time he is going to be in the syllabus area E, he or she will run out of time. So normally, all over the globe, the students tend to make a huge compromise when it comes to other assignments. And we have got 6 other assignments in the AAA syllabus. Current issues and developments could be tested in March 2023, provided examination team, or for that matter, examiner could come up with an exam article on the current issues and developments. So we need to keep an eye on the accaglobal.com. What about the exam format? Well, the exam format fundamentally and heavily changed couple of attempts ago. September 2022 was the first attempt with this exam format, followed by the December 2022. Well, what's the exam format? Well, there are 3 questions in, well, 3 questions overall. The first question is about for 50 marks, but out of those 50 marks, there are 40 technical marks and 10 professional skills marks. The question number 2 and 3 will follow the same pattern, that is 20 technical marks and then followed by 5 professional skill marks. Now, the total professional skills marks have jumped up from 4 to a mighty 20. And trust me on that, you can score 15, 16, minimum 14 out of the 20. Anyone out there who has recently failed the AAA exam in the December 2022 session, or for that matter, in the September 2022 session, he or she did not even cross 7 or 8 out of 20. So if we could score 15 out of 20 or more than 15 out of 20, this exam is going to be a walk in the park for us. And guess what? I will be teaching, few flavors of the 20 professional skill marks within the tonight's session. Because it's an orientation for the Resit batch. I'm assuming that you have already attempted the AAA exam, or for that matter, you are already somehow or the other involved with the AAA course. So if I'm going to have a go at the 20 professional skill marks, you will not panic. And with the passage of time, when you are going to get access to the lectures, you will realize how beautifully those 20 marks could be scored within your final exam. What about the pass rates of AAA? Well, the pass rates of AAA are very depressing. You know what's the pass rates of SBR globally? 49, 50, 51. What are the pass rates of SBL globally? 49, 50, 51. What are the pass rates of AFM? 40, 41, 42, 43. What about the pass rate of AAA? Well, they never cross 34%. And normally speaking, on an average, they tend to remain at 32%. As you can see, 32, 32, then it jumped up to 34, 34, then 31, 31, 34, and the yesterday's result was 32% globally. And in my part of the world, it's even below that. Why is that? Because English language itself creates a huge barrier. Okay, what are we going to expect in the final exam? Well, the question number one will have total 50 marks, and we all know that 40 technical marks would be there along with the 10 professional skill marks. Now, what should I expect when it comes to question number one? Well, the question number one will always be set at the planning stage of the audit. So most importantly, or the greater majority of the marks out of the 40 we have will be focused on the syllabus area D, which is about planning, which is about risk, business risk, audit risk, risk of material misstatement. But yes, there will be other sub-exam requirements where an ethical issue or a quality management issue could be tested. But the most important focus would be on the syllabus area D. What about question 2 and 3? Well, the good news, one of the question in the section B, that is out of the question 2 and 3, we have one full question will be focused on the syllabus area E, exclusively on completion, review, and reporting. That leaves us with one more question, and that one question could cover any area of the syllabus, but obviously not the syllabus area D, which is about planning, not the syllabus area E, which is already tested within the section B. So most likely it is going to be about other assignments, or it could be about ethical issues, or it could be about quality management. Now, I need to have some kind of participation from you guys. As of now, what you have understood, which two areas are the most which two areas are the most well prepared areas of the students, which two syllabus areas are the most well prepared by the students, even if the student is going to fail the exam or pass the exam. What do you think? Okay, anyone else? Which two areas out of the lot are the most well prepared by the students? Well, without any shadow of doubt, the answer is D and E. Yes, D and E. Why is that? Because everyone seems to assume that the first question will be all about syllabus area D, which is not the case, mind you. And everyone truly believes, rightly so, that one of the question in the section B will be about exclusively, it will be about the syllabus area E. So naturally and automatically, all of us are focusing on syllabus area D and E. But how or why the students are failing this exam so much? Why students fail in AAA? My dear students, the next 10 minutes are the real game changer. The next 10 minutes are going to decide what are you going to do in the next 47 days and what's your destination on 6th March 2023. So concentrate for the next 10 minutes. Well, one of the most common reasons behind such a high failure rate in AAA is normally students won't be able to finish off their exam. Now, do you wish to finish off your exam without compromising on any kind of quality whatsoever? Do you wish to complete the exam without compromising on any quality? If the answer is yes, I believe so, you need to work on two things. Number one, I will tell you why students are failing the exam, and I will also highlight how you can overcome that. Well, the first thing first, and that is you have to make sure if you are going to attend a lecture, recorded or live, a revision session, anything, you got to solve that question on the ACCA's practice platform. Yes, you can copy even from the PDF. I will share videos how to copy from the PDF. Never ever use the Microsoft Word. So you got to use the ACCA's practice platform. Secondly, if you're struggling with your typing speed for the next 20 days, invest 1 hour daily on a website called typing.com. Typing.com. As a result of those 20 hours, your typing speed would be electrifying for the rest of your life, and it's a promise. So, why students are failing? Because of poor time management. Can you overcome that problem? Yes, you can by making sure of two things. Number one, you are always going to solve the question on the ACCA practice platform, even if you have to seek the help of the solution. But solve it, type it on the practice platform. Number second, you got to invest 20 plus hours on a website called typing.com. Why students are failing this exam so much? Because majority of the students are not comfortable with the marking scheme. So what can you do? What should be your plan of action? Well, if you are going to attempt a particular question, before moving on to the question, once you have read the exam requirement, go on to the solution, read the marking scheme. Even if you are absolutely sure with respect to marking scheme, still I would encourage, go on and read the marking scheme all over again. There is no shame in it. So by referring to the marking scheme again and again, automatically you will be in a comfortable seat on 6th March 2023. Number third reason why students are failing, because normally and especially the self-study kind of a student would refer to the past paper solution, and he or she will be overwhelmed with the quality of the answer. Well, you don't have to feel panic, you don't have to feel any kind of pressure, because those are ideal answers for an 18 mark question. Those answers are normally for 28, sometimes 32, and sometimes for 36 marks. You can never replicate those answers. So you don't have to idealize those ideal answers. You have to extract an attainable answer from those ideal answers, and you have to feel comfortable and happy about it. You need to extract your answer. You might want to cut few things. You might want to skip few things. There is no shame in it. And once you are going to attend the lecture, you will realize how I demonstrate all that stuff. Fourth reason why students are failing this paper is a very painful one. People are ignoring their best friend, B and F. Well, the syllabus area B is called ethical and professional consideration. And I don't know why everyone has assumed that they studied ethics in AA, so they are damn good in AAA as well. Well, it's not the case. And because normally the students would run out of time, that's why they tend to ignore other assignments, which is called the syllabus area F. So we are not going to ignore neither B nor F. You got to attempt at least 3 mock exams under strict time conditions. Number 6 reason why students are failing this paper, and I will be highlighting a secret regarding this one. Well, approximately out of 80 marks, the 80 technical marks, let's ignore the 20 professional skill marks. Out of the 80 technical marks, 20 marks has got to do directly or indirectly with your SPR. So you got to make sure your SPR is fresh. Oh, how would I ensure that your SPR is fresh? Now, listen to me, a very secret recipe. Well, If you are attempting a question called Redback Sports Company from December 2018, well, you will realize there is a discussion about the members renewing their contracts with respect to the sports club. Well, there is a risk that the client might incorporate the full amount at the year end as a revenue, although they should have applied the pro rata system. They should have recognized the revenue over the period of time. Well, when you will refer to the solution, there is going to be a sentence about IFRS 15 revenue. You need to extract that beautiful holy sentence out of that solution. You don't cut paste or don't copy paste. Highlight that particular sentence, go on to your notes and add that particular sentence in your separate file. So with the similar approach, when you are going to figure out something about IAS 38 intangible assets, research cost needs to be expended out and the capitalization cost has a criteria. Extract that sentence and create your own glossary, create your own summary notes regarding the IAS and IFRS. I do not encourage anyone to start studying the IAS and IFRS from SBR or FR. Don't do that. But always extract the sentences relevant to IAS and IFRS from your AAA solution and create your own notes. And those notes will not be, for 50, 100 page. They will hardly end up at 5 to 6 pages. But trust me, those 5 to 6 pages are going to lead you towards the success, because they will ensure that you end up scoring 20 out of 20 when it comes to IAS and IFRS out of your 80 technical marks. Last but surely not the least, you got to make sure that at least one mock exam should be marked by any AAA expert tutor. So, well, I will personally ensure that. We always do. So this is it. Why students are failing the AAA exam? I've highlighted the main reasons behind it, but more importantly, I have highlighted the solutions as well. The solutions regarding the problems I highlighted. Are you all absolutely clear with respect to this particular portion of the tonight's session? Is there anyone who could, fortunately or unfortunately relate? I would say fortunately, because it's not that bad to fail an ACCA exam. The real pain is you are unable to figure it out why I failed. So if you could relate it, or if you could, feel the pain, yeah, I failed it because of this reason, that reason, this reason. Yeah, I didn't solve any question on practice platform. Well, I didn't solve the mock exam under the strict exam condition. Well, yeah, I ignored the other assignments and they ended up being for 15 marks in my final exam. Oh, well, I never paid good enough respect or attention to IAS and IFRS. I didn't make my own notes. If you could relate with these things, and if you could promise yourself that yes, you are going to follow all these instructions religiously on a daily basis, trust me on that, and I can promise you on that. 6 March 2023 will be a successful day for you, and you don't have to wait for your result because you will have that positive vibe. Is this clear? Okay, now before I move on, I need another, quick participation and input from your side. So, guys, have you already attempted AAA exam? Because if the majority says yes, then I am going to demonstrate something about the 20 professional skill marks and I can promise you on that, you will realize that it is possible to score 15 or 20. 15 or more out of 20. Okay. So majority of you have already attempted the AAA exam. Again, there is no shame in failing. I failed my FR and SBR. We used to call it P2. So I failed my exam. Everybody fails the exam. Don't, no worries. These are medals. I failed 2 exams in my ACCA journey. So one is here and the second one is here. So these are the medals. Well, I'm even considering to make a tattoo for that, because I learned things. I realized how to improve on myself. So, considering the fact that Majority of us have already attempted the AAA exam. Well, let's start the show and let's try to understand what are 20 professional marks. And those 20 professional marks, to be honest, are the blessing for us. How? Why? Okay. First of all, there is a breakdown for those 20 professional marks. Question number one will have 10 professional skills marks, followed by the question 2 and 3, which will have 5 marks each. Are you all clear with that? Everyone is sure about it? Absolutely confident? 10 marks, 5 marks, 5 marks. Are you clear? Okay, Nimra, thank you very much. Okay, let's move on. Thank you, Afreen. Thank you. Okay, now the AAA examiner says so that out of those, 20 professional marks, the first question will have 10 marks, right? Now, what about the question number one? The question number one will have 10 marks. We all know that and we all agree. But is there any breakup or breakdown for those 10 marks? Yes, there is one. There are 6 marks available for the following 3 professional skills: analysis and skepticism, evaluation and judgment, and commercial acumen. Nobody is sure what would be the breakdown of those 6 marks. It could be 2, 2, 2. It could be 4, 1, 1. It could be 3, 2, 1. Nobody is sure. So let's ignore that. The rest of the 4 professional skill marks within the question number 1 will all be focused on one thing, and it's called the communication skill mark. Now I need your participation. Out of the 4 professional skills we have, which one excites you the most? Which one motivates you the most? Which one is more attractive? Thank you, Fatma and Priyanka, and I'm loving it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The more certain one, the short one, and it's called the communication skill. So let's explore how all of us could score 4 out of 4 when it comes to communication skill marks. Well, I want to score 4 out of 4. Now, how would I score 4 out of 4? Question number 1, listen to me, and you have to imagine, without even reading the question, without even reading any exhibit whatsoever, I will come up with the first heading called briefing note, and then I would come up with 2 from date subject. And this 2 from date subject and the content within it, parallel to 2, parallel to from, all would be copied from the question itself. Now I need to score 4 out of 4, so I need to keep on going. I will just read the exam requirement. I will not even read the introduction. It is 1st July. You are planning the audit of Ahmed company. The year end is 30th September. So you have got 3 months. Ignore all that. Straight away go to the exam requirement. And with the help of those exam requirements, use the copy paste technique, alter few words here and there and come up with your introduction paragraph, introduction heading, and write the introduction paragraph. Try to realize it's just 2-3 minutes. The final exam began 3 minutes ago and I'm done with the introduction paragraph. I've not even read the question as yet. What about the conclusion paragraph? Scroll down a bit, enter, give a heading called conclusion, so that at the end of the day, it's a reminder for you that you need to write a brief, not a heavy one, not a hectic one, not a lengthy one, but a conclusion paragraph. Give that heading. You have still get to read the question. Always go in logical order. If you are going to attempt part D first, no problem. Normally, I would always encourage to attempt the business risk and the risk of material misstatements simultaneously. Maybe in the 3rd line of the exhibit 2, you will realize there is a business risk. And in the 4th line, you will realize there is a risk of material misstatement. In the 5th line, you will realize there is another business risk. So you are not going to read the question twice. So you need to maneuver. So you need to attempt multiple parts simultaneously, especially the risk-based question. But when it comes to the marker, the marker should see the part A first, then the part B, followed by C, and eventually D. It's called the logical order. Are you clear with the logical order? Now, one more thing before I take your point of view. Use the headings and subheadings. What kind of headings? Well, you gave first heading briefing note, you gave another heading introduction, you gave heading at the end called conclusion, but you need to incorporate few more headings after introduction, such as without even reading the question, give the heading business risk, and then give another heading risk of material misstatement, and then another heading materiality and benchmark. Come up with those headings without even referring to the question. Last but surely not the least, follow the requirements carefully. What if engagement partner has suggested you use the materiality as a percentage of profitability? So you got to follow that. What if the examiner comes up or the partner comes up with a point of view that you should not apply procedures on the disclosures, or you should apply procedures on the revaluation? So if the examiner comes up with a particular requirement, follow that. Focus on that. I'm done with the 4 professional skill marks in the context of communication. Are we all absolutely clear with respect to 4 communication skill marks? Can I have confirmation on that? I really hope so, that you will follow each and every technique I just referred to. If you didn't, okay, learn it and apply it and move on. Forget about the result now. Okay, now everyone should be interested in the rest of the 16 professional skill marks. Why I'm saying 16? Because within the question number 1, the rest of the 6 are the same for the question 2 and 3, 5 marks each. So now we are discussing the rest of the 16 professional skill marks. If there is any possibility, any financial data available in the question, come up with proper calculation. If there is any comparative figures available, revenue for the last year, for this year, try to come up with trends, try to come up with percentage increase or decrease, justify your business risk with the help of a trend, justify your risk with the help of certain calculation. In short, what I'm trying to highlight, do not ignore the financials available within the question. If you have failed the exam, recall you ignored the financial data when you were having a discussion on businesses. You ignored the calculations. You ignored the trends. Apply proper judgments. How do you apply proper judgments? Well, justify your judgment. Whatever you are concluding or whatever you are referring to, explain it. When it comes to risk of material misstatement, prioritize your risk. You should come up with more important risk first, followed by the less important one. Whatever point you are referring to, whether it's an ethical issue, whether it is relevant to anything, always try to justify your point, explain it and justify it, defend your narrative. Wherever it is required, come up with conclusion. You need to calculate and comment on the materiality, especially in the syllabus area E question. You need to sometimes calculate and comment on materiality. Taking sound judgment on engagement acceptance. We are not supposed to accept X, Y, Z, any client. We need to consider a few things. And within the question 2 and 3 as well, we have to use headings and subheadings. If we are going to follow all those things on a daily basis, it's not a one night wonder. It's not, oh, okay, fine, I'm going to demonstrate and apply all that in the last 3 days when I'm going to attempt the mock exams and it's going to work for you. No, it will not. If you are going to follow all those techniques, all those typing techniques, all those ACCA practice platform techniques, automatically you will be able to finish your question 2 in 45 minutes, question number 3 in 45 minutes, followed by the question number 1 in 100 minutes, and that gives you 190 minutes. How many minutes do you have in the final exam? 195. So there are 5 more minutes for your final review and you are done, and you will ace the AAA exam. And as a result of that, probably you will be 1 inch closer to your ACCA qualification. And well, if that is the case, I'm going to first of all congratulate you. Secondly, I wish you all the best for your future, endeavors and your future journey, professional journey. Get married and move on. Bye bye. Okay, any concerns or any questions? Sir, for this session, should we put conclusion after risk or after answer? I didn't get your question. When it comes to the conclusion paragraph within the question number 1, the heading of the conclusion paragraph should be typed by Fatma at the start of the at the end, at the start of the session, at the start of the question, when you just started the question. But you can't write a conclusion paragraph once you are done with the full question, all the question. Then you need to write the paragraph. I was trying to teach you that, okay, come up with the heading at least, because that heading will remind you, yeah, I need to write the conclusion paragraph. Is this clear, Fatma? Okay, great. Any other question from anyone? Not as of now. Is there any new article or current issue? Not as of now, but we'll keep you posted within your WhatsApp group. I'll keep an eye on that. Okay, can you share the link to the WhatsApp group, Fatma? There are a couple of numbers available on your screen right now. I believe so. The first one is my number, this one. And the second number belongs to the VIFHE's admission department number. You got to contact them and they will ensure everything. Don't worry. Any other thing? Any other question? Thank you very much, guys. What question should we start with the exam? If I have to attempt the AAA exam on Monday, 6th March 2023, I will start with the section B. Within the section B, there will be one question exclusively focused on syllabus area. Syllabus area. What syllabus area? One question. Yeah. So I'll start with that question, and I'll make sure that I, follow the time management, the plan religiously, so that automatically it is going to motivate me. Now what? What about the second question? Which question I'm going to? I will just glance at the section, at the other question within the section B. And if I'm like 50-60% comfortable with it, I will go for that one. So I might want to start the question number 1 at the end of everything. When is the retake class starting from? Well, from tonight. Those students who have already enrolled, they are going to get access to the lectures from tonight. And the first live class would be same time next week. So you need to enroll now so that you could catch me up on the, after a week, because the next live class would be about section A question called rider group, which is available in your exam kit. Well, Priyanka, at VIFHE, we operate in 2 ways. You will be provided with loads and loads of updated, in accordance with those 20 professional skill marks, recorded content. But along with that, there is going to be one weekly live class followed by the revision sessions, which would be live as well. And if there is anyone who is going to miss out the live class because of any family or professional commitment, the recording of that live class would be available within the portal after a day or maximum 2. I've started learning for AFM subject from January for March session. I failed my December session of AAA by 33 marks, which exam? To be honest, Fatma, I would request you to stop your AFM and go for the glory in AAA. Freeze your AFM and go for the AAA. You have got 47 days left in your exam. So your 50 days are gone, 47 days are left. And you're already 50% prepared for a AAA. For the 47 days, AAA is going to be the right choice. But you got to freeze the AFM. Any other question from anyone? The next live class would be about a question called rider group, Fatma. Last week, we did a question called Pale Company, which is from June 2021 attempt. So this is how we operate. If for any reason, if you're going to miss the live class, You can catch it up after a day because the recording would be available in your exclusive portal, not on YouTube, after a day. We practice quality management as well when it comes to the live class one, probably. I don't remember, but those are all available. Don't worry. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for your participation. Yeah, most welcome. Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you, Fatma. Thank you, everyone. So I hope to see you and let's ace the exam on Monday, 6th March 2023. And thank you, Rahman. So if we have to ace the exam, we need to, be very serious about things for the next 47 days. I'll see you soon and good luck. Stay aggressive and stay optimistic. Thank you.